Good evening, welcome to our Heroes Hour. I'm Hammy, it's FailCraft Casts. Hope you're well. This is our introduction to Heroes of the Storm. We're in the technical alpha, really enjoying it, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a new player's introduction to support heroes and how supports play and what they do. So what we're going to do is play a game in Heroes. We're assuming we know a bit about heroes. If not, we'll try and explain it as we go along. And what we're going to be doing is just introducing how to play support class and what supports do and how support heroes work. As we've been given a wonderful cup of tea by the most wonderful person in the world. Thank you so much. We have got a nice drink and we can get stuck in. So, Heroes of the Storm, massively multiplayer online battle arena. You team up 5v5, try and kill your opponent's base against another 5 people. You can play against the computer or you can play against human players as well. That is a MOBA in a nutshell. Let's jump in and talk about support class. We've talked about assassins and what they do. At the moment we're doing free to play. Oh, how interesting. So look, a hero rotation slot. So that means we've been given an additional hero by the looks of things. Who is our additional hero? I think it might be Sona. Oh, Lily. Excellent. Okay. So it's given us an additional free to play hero. So the more you level up, the more free to play heroes you can access. So we can play Lily as a support, a ranged support. Or we can go for Malfurion. I'm going to go with Lily. I've never played Lily before, so first things first, let's talk about a bit about what a support does, and we'll jump in and take a look at Lily before playing a game. So, what do support heroes actually do? Well, I'm going to filter and show you support heroes. You've got Brightwing, Uther, Malfurion, Tassadar, Tyrande, and similar. So, the role of a support hero in this 5v5 style game is to saying hello and welcome. What do support heroes do? Well, what support heroes do in a 5v5 team context is a bunch of different stuff. Supports can be, I'm going to broadly stereotype, they can be one of two things. They can be healers, they can be like buffers, they can be the anchor man in some ways of your 5v5 team. So you can have different kinds of support, they can have different roles. You can have supports that sort of tend to one thing, but generally what they do is what they say on the tin. They support the team through useful abilities that will somehow help the rest of the team do what they need to do. That's a pretty coarse example. Let's jump in and just see if we've got some different kinds of support. So we've got Lily Storm Snout. Basic abilities, Healing Brew. You can see that Lily is more of a healing style support. So we can heal allies and regenerate their mana. So Lily is supporting by healing. You can see summoning a serpent, that's an attacking ability. Blinding and damaging nearby enemies, that supports the rest of your team by disabling the enemy team a bit, making it a bit harder for the enemy team to do what their job is. So you can see that Lily is a support that has buffs, debuffs, and generally a little bit more healing focused. Heroic abilities, I can rapidly heal nearby allies. I can also heavily damage and slow the nearest enemy hero. So I can either have a healing support. If I build Lily and go pure heal, I'm doing a good job if I'm keeping my team alive. So naturally, if I'm keeping my team alive as a support, then my team need to do the job by killing the enemy in a really, really good and quick way. Fast feet, when struck by enemy heroes, Lily also gains movement speed. So Lily is really, really set up to be a healing support, as you can see from her abilities.
Shiny glowy line.
Shiny glowy line. And when Lily actually takes damage, she gets faster and she can run away more quickly. So how would I play if I was playing as Lily as a support? Well, you see that my role in the team is to heal and to try and make life all good for my enemies. I'm probably not going to have very high health. I'm a squishy support. So what I'm probably going to do is hide behind my team, make sure I'm healing them up, and debuff my team as much as I can. So that is pretty much Lily. If we just jump in and have a look at talents, talents will back this up. My hero gets more mana and mana regen. That will help me heal more. Gale Force as well. You can see other ones here as well that can be unlocked to cool down Mule. Excellent. Do you know what? I need to understand exactly how these get unlocked. Maybe it's by levelling up the hero and doing various quests, so the heroes will get stronger and more abilities as well. But for starters, Path of the Wizard and Gale Force. So you can see I can either go damage or I can go more mana for heals. At level 4, Cloud Serpent will also heal the target that I'm assisting. Blinding Wind also causes enemies to miss attacks, so that's better heals and better support of a hero, and then debuffing the enemy more. So you can see that there's either healing or damage, or healing or debuffs. Healing Brew heals me as well, or the Healing Brew that I do on one of my opposition, on one of my team, increases the heal on them. Jug of 1,000 Cups, ultis. So either lots of heal or lots of damage. I also get block on top of my speed, or I can get a lightning serpent, so the serpent is doing more damage. Better range for my heals, or a debuff, a buff removal, a debuff removal, so I can sort of cleanse my team of any slows and effects they have. And then upon dying, revive back at your altar after 5 seconds. That means it rapidly reduces my respawn time, getting me back in the game quicker, or I can have teleport as well. So that is Lily as a support type. So that's one kind of support we've looked at. We've broadly talked about what a support's role is, and we've seen there in Lily a healing support. The other we can play as at the moment, because it's free to play, is Malfurion. So let's have a look at Malfurion. What kit does he have? Druid Man. So he has a heal, ally yourself over time, reveal and damage enemies in an area, root and damage enemies in an area. So that root, you can see I'm slowing down, I'm hindering the opponent as well. Innovate, increase a allies' mana regeneration. Again, going with the World of Warcraft style kit. Healing all allies in a large radius over time, silences and damaging all nearby. So again, Malfurion is a very healing based character as well. What I'm trying to look for is looking for either an alternative kind of support. You can get tanky supports that fulfill the role of being sort of more of a tank. So let's have a look at Uther. Uther heals. He heals and damages at the same time, stuns and damages. So Uther is probably a bit more set up to target becomes invulnerable, so you can bubble people just like World of Warcraft, and then you can deal area damage and stun enemies. So Uther is a little bit more on the attacking side of a support. He's probably a little bit more dual utility. You can use him for damaging almost as much probably as you can as healing. But the look of Lily, the look of Malfurion, they look more healing set up to me. Let's have a look at Brightwing. Damage in an area, disabling damage in an enemy, increasing an ally's movement speed and blocking basic attacks. So Brightwing is debuff and damage. He can push and damage enemies. You can also teleport to allies and heal. So Brightwing is more of an attacking focus support. There's not huge his heroic heals there, look, but he doesn't really have a healing kit elsewhere. So although he does passively heal heroes, but I'm guessing that heal is probably not going to be as fast as the active heals that we've seen with our other heroes that we've just seen in. So let us jump in and play as a support. We firstly talked a little bit just about what a support hero's general role is. We've said, oh, okay, they support the team. Well, that's all well and good. But we then jumped in and taken a look at how there are different kinds of support and how you can support your team in different ways. Are you healing them? Are you trying to support your team through disabling, through debuffing the enemy team? Or are you a mixture? Do you have attacking abilities as well? Have you got damage as well? We can jump in and have a look at Tyrande, allied hero and self at the same time. Heal. Owl, so you can see Tyrande. Any ideas and pronunciation of that, welcome. You can also reveal the map there, look. It will damage and reveal enemies it hits, but if I'm throwing my sentinels around, I can reveal and see where my opponents are. So giving vision is just as helpful in terms of supporting your team. Stun damage enemies in an area. Hunter's Mark, I can mark people for death and get them to get more damage. Or allied heroes are cloaked and gain movement speed. That's a great buff for your team. And then you can call down volleys of energy at a location to damage and slow enemies. Volleys, is that how you spell volleys? I might report that as a incorrect spelling to the Blizzard team. We'll see. So first, we've had a good chat about the role of a support. We've had a look at various different kinds of supports. You know what? Let's go in and play as a support. Let's go and back up our team. So yesterday we were playing as an assassin. Our job was to be a damage dealer and doing lots of painful things. We're going to go with Lily. Would you like to play as Lily or Malfurion? I will let you guys choose which we're going to be playing. We'll let you guys choose. You can decide. Malfurion. So just firing out a quick tweet, get a few people involved as well. Why the heck not? Would you like Lily or would you like Malf? Both quite healy supports. As we level up, as we get more supports, we will revisit this topic absolutely. Make sure that we are trying a few different ones as well. Lily has been nominated. Lily it is. Let us jump in. So, as Lily, I'm really not too worried about doing damage. What I want to do is make sure that my team are staying alive. The more healing I throw, the happier I will be. Lily looking very feisty there, trying to do a little bit of a posing. Welcome to those of you who just joined us tonight's Heroes Hour. I'm Hammy, FailCraft Casts. We're doing a bit of an overview, not only of just playing some Heroes of the Storm Alpha, getting used to the game, but we're also talking through from a beginner's perspective as well, what kind of classes there are and types of hero and what they do. So we have a Siege Tank Specialist, we have Zagara as another specialist. Got lots of specialists in our team, so we'll see how that works. We're playing on Cursed Hollow, so for those of you not familiar with Cursed Hollow, tribute spawns, you collect it. When you grab tribute, then a curse drops on your enemies, and Cursed Forts, as it says, don't attack, so it means you can really make big progress in attacking your enemy's base, and then minions are also reduced to 1 HP, meaning you can kill minions very quickly. So having the curse is kind of a big deal. You want to have the curse, it will make a difference. If you already know your MOBAs and you're just wanting to see what Heroes of the Storm are like, we'll talk about that too. Okay, so how are we going to set up? Blinding Wind dealing more damage, or maximum mana regen every level. I'm going to build my Lily character, even though I've not played Lily before, as a healer, so I want someone who I can sit with and heal. So who does a support generally follow around and heal in the game? Well, in a team fight we want to be healing all of our team. In this game I probably want to sit with a support or a pusher. If I team up with a barbarian, Sonia, I'm going to be doing a lot of damage, or it's probably, okay, one of our heroes has left and is now rejoined. So I want to be sticking with someone who's going to be pushing and doing lots of damage. At the moment we have Zeratul moving forward. I would probably be quite good with the Siege Tank. I could also be quite good with the Barbarian. The Barbarian is going to be good because they will keep people away from me. They're probably quite likely to shove people away. Everyone's so friendly. Let's keep it that way. So firstly I'm going to, we're 3 versus 1 in the bottom lane, we're 2v1 in the middle lane, so I'm actually going to go and support Zagara. First things up, let's throw heals, we can throw assists, we can throw Blinding Wind, we can throw all of those things straight away. So time to get down. I'm going to keep the Zagara in this battle, that is my job. We'll also throw that Serpent, so Cloud Serpent can help do some damage as well. I'm going to be kicking around, making sure that I am really making sure Zagara can stay nicely in this fight. Come on Zagara. I'm going to be throwing my wind. I can also try and get in close like this, look. I can try and do a Blinding Wind. That'll slow down my enemies. So if I'm supporting someone in lane, I need someone who's going to be quite aggressive. Zagara's got to play quite aggressively. Zagara's not playing aggressively whatsoever. Come on Zagara, you need to push forward. I've got your back here. Remember, I don't, if Zagara is not massively aggressive, I'm going to need to be, you just see a nice ability of Arthas there. Of course I can drop a Cloud Serpent on myself as well. Let's put some pressure down. Blinding Wind, of course, doing some quite nice damage there actually. Ooh, danger, 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 run away. There you go, that's an example of how Lily should not be getting too involved in the action. Next talent, Cloud Serpent also heals target and restores mana, that sounds good to me. Let's get that involved. So I'm going to keep Zagara going. Throw that talent, which will throwing my Serpent, which is also going to be topping up some mana as well. So look, that's fine. Keep going. Keep going. Lots of heals. Zagara's at a nice high health. Keep going. Meanwhile, let's have a look at what's going on the other lane. There's a bit of a duke up going on in this top lane. I'm going to quickly go and support top. It looks like top is going to... Ooh, just get out of there. I'm just going to go and see if I can help top a bit. It's 3 mid. There's a danger there.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my favour.
Okay, the Siege Tank's gone home, so I'm just going to quickly mount up. Tributes are going to be coming in. There's a tribute. We need to try and get that tribute if we can. So back and forth wise, enemy heroes ahead. Even though there's no kills, they've been grinding very well. So we're going to have to see if we can get the tribute. Of course, the opposition are also going for the tribute. Team fight going on here. Looks like Banish is going to drop if we're careful. One of our team has also dropped. I've arrived just a little bit too late. It looks like then we're not going to be able to contest that tribute now. There we go. 4 of their teams come in. It's 4 versus 2, 4 versus 3 because our barbarians turn up as well. Does not look as though we're going to be doing loads here to be able to contest. Lily's trait is fast feet, so upon taking damage I gain movement speed, so you know, if they shoot me it will help me run away more quickly. 3 in the bottom lane. I'm going to jump in and see if we can aid Zeratul here. Whole team charging in. Go on Sonya, I've got your back. New talents, Healing Brute also heals you regardless of the target's health stood. I want just bigger heals for my team. I don't really need heals for myself if I play it right. Team fight engaged. I'm just going to make sure our barbarian, if anything, Sonya is the tank, so I just want to make sure I'm trying to keep Sonya topped up as much as possible. Now we're going to have a 4v5 challenge on the tribute here, but we just need to see what Zagara does. So what I'm doing now is I'm hanging at the back, but really my team need to start doing a bit of action. Oh, come on, Zagara gets caught. Now we're 4v5 ourselves. Let's give them another free tribute. Okey-dokey, so we've 2 tributes down, so soon they're going to have a curse, and that curse will let them push forward with great speed. And support wise, you can see I've not really had to go back. Throwing heals has kept me topped up very nicely. See that obviously because if I'm at full health then I can restore mana, so that's good as well. I'm really just throwing loads of heals, but of course if they burst someone down, my heals will not help. I can get people topped up again over a reasonable period of time. So we're starting, you can see we're actually going down by quite a lot of kills, so we need to really group together winning team fights. I'm going to get in here and start healing the Barb. Go on Barb, back into the action. You're not dead yet. More care in team fights. There you go, if we let them take this tribute then we're going to be in trouble. So we need to move up for the tribute if we can. Of course their whole team is also moving up for the tribute. Goes to 5. We need to go to 5. We need to go to 5. Right, there we go. In goes the battle. Super running is already down, which is no good. I've just managed to clutch shield and keep them alive. Managed to take Zeratul. We need to push in now. Oh, that's bad. I'm down. So I made a big mistake there as a support. I got way too into the middle of the action. As we can see, 2 down for us, 1 for them. They are really #winning. So suffering a little bit in this game. Let's have a look at our team composition. We have, I think the challenge we have is that we have, we've got melee, we've got specialists. We kind of lack an assassin, or sort of hardcore assassin. There's some good tanking going on here. The enemy Lily, how are they doing? 5 takedowns, doing good. I'm just going to have to go for big heal. There's no way that I can go for a DPS. We can see some trouble in our top lane. Now because the curse is on, they are just going to be able to hack out our buildings, and our buildings aren't going to shoot back. So we really need a good bunch of people to push them away. Also remember that our minions have very low health and will just die. So we need to really try and mess up these enemies as much as we can to start with. I can keep the siege tank topped up. Jug of 1,000 cups did not help whatsoever. So we have challenges. Even though the curse is lifted, you can see how far they've managed to push into our base. And you can also see that with that level advantage, hopefully our underdog XP is going to start triggering soon. So there is not much I can do here. My team, which I'm going to ping to, really need to get over here and help. Two of them against one of me. You can see they've got Siege Ogres as well. BCM Barbarian comes in. But there's not really loads I can do because I'm such a healing focused support. Yoki gets into battle, that's good. I can support Yoki well. Do remember, of course, lots of new MOBA players most probably. And with my burst healing, we've managed to keep up Yoki there. Just by the skin of our teeth. I'm just throwing everything I can at Yoki to keep them alive because Yoki will have good armour. And you can see that my mana is great. You know, my mana is just charging up again so quick. As Lilia is this kind of healing support, you just want to be throwing out heals as soon as your cooldowns are down. With very short, rapid cooldowns as well. I can really just be really topping up enemies quick. Stay out of the fire, a World of Warcraft rule that is also useful. I'm pushing way too far forward here. All I really need is one of my team to initiate. But you can see that what Arthas is going to do is very smart. Arthas and Zeratul are both initiated here. Should have 1,000 cuts. Lots of healing going on. But you can see that everyone is just dropping. And a combination of, I think, maybe a little bit of an experience on our team, teamed up with a good composition of their team. You can see the real challenge here is that we've been losing the team fights. Yeah. Here to test and learn. Competitive person in me is like, oh no, we're losing, but the alpha tester in me says this is all testing. There will be new players, and MOBAs, when you're playing with new people as well, remember MOBAs, if you've not played a MOBA before, then there is quite a steep learning curve. So some of these people might be also brand new to MOBAs. Now look at Arthas, look at that crazy amount of damage he's putting out, and I need to get away, otherwise I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Arthas tanking it up there. Oh. A long-range cast, and if I'd watched I should have obeyed my own rule of not standing in fire. So guys, we've seen a little bit of support style gameplay. We've taken a quick look at Lily as well. These longer form hero hours, we're going to try and do maybe either 2 different themes every sort of evening, or we're going to try and do 1 hour where we just sort of cover a concept in a lot of depth. So this has been a half-hour look into the rough role of the support, taking a look at a few of the different support heroes in Heroes of the Storm and how they do various different things. And then also jumping in and just showing how, 2 of us caught up in Zagara's Maw of Moreness. Maybe Yoshi, while our Barbarian Warriors throw himself forward, I may as well help try and push that advantage home. Little rocket flying out there as well. Come on, let's get the heals in on Yoshi. And Yoshi manages to pick off Arthas. This is our team working well. I'm just going to top off my entire team in terms of getting their health up. Lots of healing this. But Slip is going to be a challenge. Miki, it's a 3v2, it's not going to be good. I'm going to ulti. But Siege Tank, you've noticed Sergeant Hammer, if he gets caught, so she gets caught, then she's in so much trouble. I'm just going to have to run off this way and join up with the rest of my team. Frantic, fast and furious action going on. We have seen a little bit of supporting, a little bit of different heroes, and a little bit of support in the game. Perhaps not the best team composition here. Naturally, when you queue up, I need to have a look into how the Blizzard, if you queue as a hero, how Blizzard puts a team together, how the matchmaking algorithm kind of works. As people get used to new heroes and playing this new game, quality of games, and by quality I just mean, not anything against the players playing them, but just sort of how like a game will be. Whoa, 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 that's not where I want to be. Keep it in, top of the heroes. I can throw my blinding ability, which I'm going to do, but Slip is just so squishy and has died. I need to be right at the back. The siege tank. The challenge with that siege tank player is that he is getting way too stuck in. You just, as a siege tank, can't even do anything. I can't even save Yoshi now. I'm going to try. Yeah, I can save Yoshi, but I'm going to get killed for my pains. And that is an ace. They take all of us out, I think. And that should give them the ability to finish this game. Although they're not attacking the right route to do so. Actually, no, I'll tell a lie. They could come straight through the middle and try and take base. So the thing is with specialists, you've seen we've got Zagara as a specialist. I don't think that having multiple specialists, if they play this way, is the best in terms of team composition. The reason for that is because Sergeant Hammond needs to stay at range. Zagara can mix it up in the close range. Sonya can try and keep some space. And then Tassadar is really sort of support with DPS as well. So we kind of have two supports here as well. Two supports, two specialists. We lack that damage. We are lacking an assassin. There we go. GG. Defeat. So although we lost, that's a nice little insight for us into the wonderful world of what a support hero actually does. You know, what is a support hero's role in a game like Heroes of the Storm? So we've taken a look at support hero. We said, oh, okay, a support hero supports. Well, that's all well and good, but we've then shown you with the different heroes there are different kinds of supporting. You can support through a bunch of healing. You can support through debuffing and sort of hindering the enemy team, depending on how many abilities you have. And you can also support in terms of a kind of hybrid, a support that can heal, a support that can do some damage, and a support that can debuff as well. So what you will find is that when you heal as a support, or when you play as a support in your team, what is your role? Your role is to be generally assisting the enemy team. The vast majority of the time, if you play as a support, you are a vital part of your team succeeding, but you are not going to be the hero jumping in, throwing loads of damage around. You know, you're not going to be the damaging character. Sometimes you might not even be the frontline character. You're not going to be the character who's tanking. We'll talk about tanks and sort of like warrior-style characters as well. We'll come on to warriors as well. And we'll also cover specialists. So they'll be our first sort of 4 meet the class, meet the role kind of sessions. We've done assassin, we've briefly covered support off today with the characters that we have in half an hour. Next up we'll have warriors and also specialists. We will also get into each individual hero's playstyle a lot more as well. But as a support, your team will love you if you play a support well, but you also, to make a game work, your team will need to be the right composition and playing in the right kind of way. Let's take a look at Tassadar. We had Tassadar on our team just then. What is Tassadar? Well, he shields. He can disappear, so you know people can't see you, and he can also not take any damage. He can do some area effect damage, and then he can activate Oracle to get lots of vision radius. So Tassadar is a vision based support. What he's going to be doing, he'll get more damage than a large shield, or he can create a force field wall. So Tassadar is not a healing support. What he does is give you a lot of vision, and he can also try and control space, as well as giving you more vision. He can also can do a bit of attacking, but really his role is to wall off, separate the enemy team. If you use a force wall in the right way, similar to StarCraft, you can block off the enemy team from fighting with each other. That might get someone isolated for a kill. And his support abilities are more about controlling space. So I was a healer. We had a Tassadar, also 2 supports on our team. You don't really want 2 supports, I would say, but we'll have to see how competitive hero shapes up. We had a look at Malfurion, more healing based. Kiran, sort of a bit more vision based with a bit of damage, and Brightwing, who's generally a lot more damage based, I think. So you can do various roles with the support, but most of the time I would say the support is not going to be the primary damage dealer in the team. If you like being the hero who starts going in and loading deals of damage, then support is probably not for you. However, if you like supporting your team, if you like being really, really useful, a good, well-played support can be the difference between victory instead of and defeat. So if you like supporting, if you like healing, if you like buffing, debuffing, if you like playing a bit smart in terms of controlling space, trying to see where your enemies are, then support could be the role for you. And lots of different fun heroes that you can play that as well. So thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's Heroes Hour. What we did was just clean up some quests, which we'll put as a separate episode, but this, our main part of the Heroes Hour, in the future we'll dedicate that whole hour to getting really under the skin of a class or a role or a hero. So while we're shaping up our sort of viewing schedule, where can you grab us? I'm just going to re-enable our sidebar just briefly so we can chat through it. You can see all of our Heroes of the Storm and also Hearthstone content at youtube.com/FailCraft Casts if you're tuning in live. Subscribe there, check us out. You can find loads of Hearthstone guides. We'll be doing Heroes guys now from now on, so get stuck into that. If you are watching on YouTube or similar, come and join us live. We are trying to stream lunchtimes UK time and also evenings UK time, Monday through Friday. So you can check out our schedule down there as to what we try and do. We will pull together a hero schedule, so we'll try and do something different every evening and keep going through the alpha. So tune in with us. Where else can you find us? FailCraft.org is the website. We'll have articles, all of the videos that we do there for Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone and other games as well. You can find lots of stuff there, guides and also new player links, things that don't work in a video. And then last but not least, why not check us out at Twitter, twitter.com/FailCraftCasts, at FailCraftCasts. Please chat with us, even if we're not gaming. We just love to talk all kinds of games, be it Blizzard, PC, console, 3DS, or otherwise. So just come chat with us, let us know what you're up to. So let's go to our new artwork. Thanks so much for tuning in to our Hero Hour. I've been Hammy, FailCraft Casts. Please do, if you like what we did, subscribe and like. You know, it means a lot to us if you do that. Share it with your friends, share it with people you think might be interested, wherever you want to share it. More viewers helps us crack on, and maybe one day we can make this a job. If you didn't like it, that's absolutely fine. But you know, if you could take the time to comment, let us know what we can do better, let us know what we can improve, or let us know why you didn't like it. That's just as valuable, because it will let us make better content in the future for you. And above all, we want to be making better content for you. So that's what we want to do. Oh, such a shame. We've just seen some of you just tune in. So we will play as Malfurion in the future. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will drop a tweet if we are back later. We might do some silent streaming, but if we're not back later, see you tomorrow. Tune in, same bat time, same bat channel.